Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, our first monthly ranking video, of course. It's January 2024 and I'm excited to be back. Yeah, the December one is a little bit late. That went out a little bit late, and it is the 5th today, so this one's also gonna get out a little bit late, but it's been a busy week and I'm excited to be back. Please go watch my 18 comic book movies ranked. That was pretty cool. And today we are gonna rank 10 movies I've watched in January 2024. It's been another, not lots of movies. It's not a lot of movies, but it's not a lot. And yeah, I'm excited to be back, and I'll try to improve my video quality for this year. I'm trying to get some new equipment for YouTube. So just keep out and give me some advice as long as you can go. And I'll be doing more different types of videos in this year as well. But let's get into it. It was not the best of seasons. Sorry. It's not been the best of months in January 2024. I didn't watch any new movies that came out in 2024, so that's probably why. But I did watch a few new movies that came out in December 2023. So let's get into it. And 10th place, last placed, is Ghost World, a 2001 movie. Yeah, and this is a very weird movie. This is one of Scarlett Johansson's first movies, and it's a very weird movie. I can't even describe it to you. It's about two girls just graduating from high school, and they try to be different, but it just shows you what losers go through basically, and yeah, just life choices of losers. Because this isn't a good movie at all. I don't like it at all. Doesn't make sense. Also, the whole premise of the movie is weird. You probably think the movie title Ghost World was something to do with ghosts, or probably like a metaphor of Ghost World, like you're alone in this world. But no, this is just a weird movie. The ending, something to do with ghosts, but that's just like so far reach. I don't know. It's a weird movie and a weird premise. A young girl starting to like an old guy. It's just a very weird movie. Totally weird. I wouldn't recommend watching it, but yeah. 9th place is going to be Lego Marvel Avengers Code Red. Now, this was an interesting movie, not one of my favorites. I don't like Lego movies that much, except for the Lego Batman movie. But this was totally for children. It was just made for children, in my opinion, because you can see that throughout the whole movie. It's just key jokes. Some things were funny, some things not. Even Santa wasn't here. And the movie's premise is just as weird. Just the collector collecting red heroes and villains with the name Red. It's just a weird premise, and it just doesn't work at all. And the quality of the movie is not good as well. 8th place is going to be Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Yeah, the DCU is finished, and you can feel it with this movie. They just didn't care to put that much effort into this movie, and you can see the CGI isn't great. The movie itself, the promoting was just awful. I couldn't watch it in December because I didn't have the money and I didn't have the time. But I also didn't want to waste money watching this film in cinemas. So yeah, I'm glad the DCU is finished. I don't like this movie because of lots of factors. The story is just weird. The villain is not good. Orm was actually very good, and Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa, just loves the role of Aquaman. But you watch it because you know it's the last movie in this universe, and it doesn't actually mean anything. So, what can you say? 7th place is gonna be Legion of Superheroes. Lots of my comic book movies is on this list because I watched the last few in January to get the movie out, and I waited for Aquaman 2 to come out on a streaming service to watch it. So that's why lots of this movies is going to be superhero movies. Legion of Superheroes is a very bland, average comic book movie. It focuses on Supergirl, but it's called Legion of Superheroes, and Supergirl isn't really considered a Legion member, but they worked it for this universe, this new DC universe, which isn't nearly as good as the first DC animated universe. I don't like the story. It's a very the misfits save the school kind of thing. It's been reworked and done so many times, and yeah, it doesn't do much for me at all. And yeah, just don't like it. Sixth place is going to be Jennifer's Body. Now, I got this movie on a random movie selector for watching it for fun. And me and my girlfriend watched it for the first time together, and it's just a crazy movie. It's like one of the weirdest films I've ever watched. It's not good, it's average. Um, Sometimes it's funny, it's just weird succubus things I don't understand. And yeah, the ending was, I think it was well deserved, but the rest of the film was just, it was lackluster, and I can see why. It's a weird horror movie. Yeah, I'm not a fan. The rest of these films, these movies I actually did like, so it's only the five first films I didn't really like. So the rest is movies I liked, so let's get into it. Fifth place is going to be Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2. Now this movie wasn't really on my radar. It was released late in the year. So yeah, but it's just a very bland Scooby-Doo movie. If you watch any Scooby-Doo movie, especially the animated ones, it's just lots of running, some weird jokes, and yeah, things like that. People acting really dumb. So yeah, there's, like I said in my other video, there's just one joke in this movie that's like the perfect joke, is when they are at the Daily Planet and Velma talks to Lois and she takes off her glasses to clean it, and then she doesn't recognize Velma like 1 second before, and it's just like, oh, where did the other girl go? Where's Velma? And then she says, what? And she puts on her glasses and says, oh, there you are. It's just, it's cringe and corny, but it's actually very sharp because that's how they see Superman. So yeah, just something in their drinking water probably. I don't know. But it's a fun movie. If you like Scooby-Doo, if you like superheroes, and you have the time to watch it, it's a fun movie. Fourth place is going to be The Hating Game. The Hating Game is a film I didn't even know anything about. My girlfriend wanted to watch it, so we did, and it was a fun movie. It's like one of them rom-coms where the two people hate each other, and then you know what happens. But this one took a few different turns and took some liberties with the formula, and I actually like where they went with it, because the two actually hate each other from the start, but then you realize why they hate each other, and it goes on from that. So it's interesting. It's a little bit weird at some times, not as good as it could be, but yeah, very interesting movie. Not the best, but it's a okay rom-com. And our third place is gonna be the new movie Ferrari. I'm a very big F1 fan. I actually have my other YouTube channel about Formula One and things like that. And Enzo Ferrari, he was a big part of the Ferrari F1 dominance and whatever. But this film is very weird for me. It's set in a time frame from 1957, and it goes about the tragedy that happened in a race. But it's a race, I don't even know what race it is. And I'm a very big F1 fan because it doesn't even follow the F1. There is some popular F1 drivers in here, but it's just a weird race, a weird time frame to tell the Ferrari story. There's much better things they could have told. The story could have gone through, because they could have gone about how Ferrari got his company, how the tragedy of the war and what happened with him and his family. His first, when he entered F1 for the first time, him winning the championship for the first time, his last few years, or Ford versus Ferrari, but Ferrari's perspective. But they chose this. And this was weird for me because they chose a time frame where Ferrari didn't have any money, but they didn't do anything about it. And they focused on one race. And there's just one race actually where not very good things happen. So it's just weird. The racing is very good because it's a new movie, but it's just so weird. I don't know why they chose the year they did for a Ferrari movie, because nothing in this movie actually shows you how Enzo Ferrari operates. Some of it does, but not really. So I don't know. Our runner up is gonna be Merry Little Batman. Now this movie, it just dropped out of nowhere in December near Christmas. I don't know anything about it. I didn't watch a trailer. I didn't read anything. I just thought it was going to be a fun Christmas Batman movie. But this was actually a very interesting Batman Christmas movie that didn't even go about. It didn't focus on Batman himself. Now the art style in this film is very interesting. It's like a Jack Skellington type of comic book thingy. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very thin. All the characters are thin, and it's very interesting. Now, in this universe, spoiler if you didn't watch it, go watch it before I spoil it, what the movie is about, because that is what saved this movie for me. It goes about Batman that saved Gotham. Gotham is the safest place on Earth, and they don't need Batman anymore. And now he has a kid, Damien, and Damien is happy to see him and tries to be like his father. And then something happens, and he tries to be Batman. Damien tries to be Batman. And yeah, that's probably the whole story. And it's very interesting the way they told it with Damien's perspective. So it's a very fun movie. It's like Home Alone, but with Batman. It's very cool. Go watch it if you haven't. Our first place is going to be Vanilla Sky. It's a Tom Cruise movie. This is our first place, and it's only an 8 out of 10. That just shows you how not as good this month was. But this is the Tom Cruise movie. It's like a psychological thriller type of thing. I have watched this once before, and I didn't understand what the hell was going on. And I gave it like a 2 or 4 on Letterboxd. But I rewatched it, even though I didn't want to. And it was brilliant because I actually understand what the hell was going on. And it shows you what a choice can make in life. What you can lose and what you can gain by one mistake. One choice you can make. And that is what is interesting about this film. You don't know what's going on. You don't understand what the hell's going on. And then there's a twist at the end, and then there's another twist at the end. So it's very interesting. If you haven't heard anything about this movie, go watch it. Because it's very interesting, actually. It's very good. And that was the 10 movies I watched in January 2024. The average for the first month of the year is a 5.5. Not my worst ever, but also not nearly near the best. It's like my third worst ever. So yeah, I'm happy I made this video. If you like these kinds of videos, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a nice day. And I hope to see you guys next time. Cheers.